There are many moving parts that influence the success of your business. And sales communication process is definitely one of those business processes that your business depends on. Over the last few days, I introduced a topic that we call the sales communication process. And the reason we have introduced this program is because we are seeing millions of businesses across the world, they start and they fail. We have done the research, and in doing the research, we have built out what we call the sales communication process that gives you a step by step approach that you can use to enhance your sales process. In introducing this sales process, we clearly establish the four foundations on which it stands on. And as you look at the screen, you can see those four elements that is being showcased. In this sales communication process, we will talk about the sales process as against the communication process. We will also talk about the pull factors of sales communication and the push factors of sales communication. And I want to show you that all of these information that we are about to go into is going to really help you to leapfrog how you grow and scale your business and put you in that position of strength where you're able to significantly enhance the cash flow of your business. Now, I'm not going to get into the topics that we would have covered in previous broadcasts, but if you need to know more about the sales process, the communication process, and some about factors relating to the push factors of sales communication and the pull factors of sales communication, I encourage you to look back at the previous videos. Today, I want us to dig a little deeper into some aspects of the sales communication process. So we're going to be looking at the sales process. And one of the first things that we would have said is necessary for you to understand about the sales process is how to command attention. Your ability to command attention in this sales process is vital. And the information that I will present to you today will really help you to get a much clearer idea in terms of how you can position yourself to command attention. Now, the first concept that I want you to take away here as you ponder upon this term, how to command attention, I want you to focus on the fact to command attention, it is necessary for you to become a subject matter expert. Yes, you want to be the authority on a subject. In other words, as you position yourself to command attention, you want to ensure that you know what you're articulating yourself about. For example, you don't attempt to talk about real estate investment, and you are not necessarily the subject matter expert. And there you are in the board with subject matter experts in real estate articulating about real estate, and the question of economic obsolescence comes up, or functional obsolescence comes up, or physical obsolescence comes up, and you're unable to respond to that, to those questions. This is not how you command attention. You want to be the subject matter expert. For example, you may be the subject matter expert on personal credit, and you understand the key factors to consider when you are attempting to manage personal credit. So you're able to talk about credit history. You're able to talk about utilization ratio. You're able to talk about length of credit history. You're able to talk about mixed account and new accounts. And all of this plays a very important role in the credit card market. So you definitely want to position yourself as the subject matter expert from the get-go. And when you apply this technique into the sales process, what it does, it immediately establishes you as a subject of authority, a subject that people can know, want to know, like, and trust. And hence the need for you to take the time to position yourself as the subject matter expert. Now, this is relevant to your business. So the type of business, depending on the type of business that you have, you want to be certain that you are the authority figure. You are the subject matter expert on your area of doing business. The second concept that I want you to take away here when you are positioning yourself to command attention, you want to also position yourself to be market oriented and market sensitive. Market oriented and market sensitive. What we're discussing today is the sales process. And if you look at the screen again, you will see a number of the sales process that is listed. You have command attention, pique interest, arouse desire, move the client into action, make impact, convert first time users into lifetime customer, build confidence, trust, and credibility. As a sales communication expert, these are the sales process that you want to learn, apply, and master. Today, we're going to be doing a deep dive into the very first sales process, which is commanding attention, how to command attention. So, the second thing that I've listed is that you want to be market oriented and market sensitive. Now, this is so important. The ability to be market oriented, it means that you're taking into consideration a number of variables as you position yourself to command attention. For example, you're taking the time to ensure that you understand market data, you understand demographic data, psychographic data, and geographic data. And this is what we mean by being market oriented. So the more you understand your market, the more you understand your ideal client, it puts you in that position of strength to be more market sensitive. The more market sensitive that you are, the better you're able to appeal to the interests of the target market. And these are two techniques that you can use to command attention. But let's go one step further here. Let us talk about being intentional, because to command attention, you have to be intentional. It is an intentional design. One just doesn't wake up and command attention. It has to be an intentional design. And I will talk shortly, I will go deep into the entire concept of what it takes to be intentional when you are attempting to command attention with your products, your services, and your brand. And again, this topic is so vital to business because in the absence of your sales department, your marketing department to get sales, the business will be compromised. So what we're talking about here today, how to command attention in the sales process, is vital. Now, the fourth technique that you want to learn, apply, and master is all about you. It's about your self-awareness. You want to be self-aware. And in this case, you want to take the time to truly understand your strengths and your weaknesses. You want to take the time to understand your strengths and your weaknesses. It's absolutely necessary. All right. As you position yourself out there to command attention, the public will be observing. The public will be forming an opinion. The public will make a decision whether they want to know you, whether they like you, trust you, whether they want to invest in you. So it's important that you be self aware and be fully aware of your strengths, and where you know that you have strengths, continue to invest in building those strengths. And I'll talk just now about some of the strengths that you need. But as you recognize that you have certain weaknesses, it's necessary that you take the steps to eliminate those weaknesses one step at a time. The fifth concept that I want you to take away here today, as relates to how to command attention, is to be confident. You want to be confident in yourself. I could recall many years ago, one of the things that I know that I had for sure is confidence. And I could recall being a part of the Toastmasters Club. There is a senior Toastmaster that would always say to me, "You're overconfident." But, that's something that I continue to hold very dearly to my heart. It is necessary for you to be confident in yourself. When no one else believes in you, you need to believe in yourself. And the way you do it is not to be arrogant, is to ensure that you become a subject matter expert, is to ensure that you're market oriented and you're market sensitive, is to be certain that you're intentional with your intention to grab attention, to command attention. You want to be intentional about this. And to be intentional, again, it has everything to do with psychographic, demographic, geographic. You also want to be self-aware and self-confidence. We are now talking about self-confidence. So all of those things adds up to your self-confidence. The more information you have about your area of expertise, it significantly enhances your self-confidence. And here is exactly where you want to be when you are attempting to command attention. All right, here is exactly where you want to be when you're attempting to command attention. You see, if you don't have confidence, it's going to undermine the entire process. And this is the last thing that you want to do, undermining yourself, self-sabotaging. So the more information you have based on all the things that we have just talked about is going to play a pivotal role in how you command attention. Now, the last concept that I'm going to give to you here on the first steps of things that needs to be done when you're positioning yourself to command attention in the sales communication process, specifically the sales process, I want to now talk about your ability to apply yourself with mastery. You want to put yourself in that position of strength where you are now able to apply yourself with mastery. Now, to apply yourself with mastery, it means that you understand the art of proactive leadership. And in that program, we really help you to understand the process of thinking ahead, the process of seeing beyond problems, and the process of informed action. And all of this really puts you in that position of strength to apply yourself with mastery. And the more you're able to apply yourself with mastery, is the better you're able to command attention. It's necessary. All right. And I'm happy to say that we at Pitch Deck 101 and at 10X B&M LLC out of New York, we have developed this new thesis, the sales communication process, based on recent research. And we have done all of this because we have seen, 20% of business startup that's, fail every year, 50% fail by year 5, and only 33% survive after the 10-year cycle. We believe that once you're able to effectively apply these techniques, deploy them into your organization has a much better chance of surviving and striving. So we have designed these programs with you in mind. So feel free to reach out to us. For 2023, We have some special offers where the first 10 persons that reach out to us, and we're close there already, we will be giving you a free consultation, and we will work with you to set up this entire sales communication ecosystem in your department. We will outfit your sales department with all the techniques that we are talking about here. All right. So remember to also like, subscribe, and share this podcast on the various social media that you're on. So let's go right back to the talking points. Today we are talking about the sales communication process. And we are looking specifically at what we call the sales process. And the first element of the sales process is commanding attention. So the question is asked, how to command attention. And I'm giving you a number of steps for you to take when you're attempting to command attention in sales. Now, I've said a whole lot above, which is relevant, but I want to emphasize something else. The intention to command attention is not enough. The intention to command attention is not enough. It's more than the intention. Again, I asked the question from the very get-go. I recommended from the start of this program that you need to position yourself to become a subject matter expert. And as you position yourself to be that subject matter expert, you want to ask yourself some other questions. Are you an influencer? You see, you want to command attention, but do you have these essential traits, these essential qualities, and are you confident about it in terms of how you position yourself to command attention? Are you an influencer? And what would it take to become an influencer? We will show you all of this as we go deeper into these programs. And as you come into our consultancy team, our community, we will ensure that you know exactly the steps that you can take to become an influencer. Are you able to speak to inspire? You see, an essential part of commanding attention is going to come from your speech pattern. It's going to come from your ability to communicate information clearly and effectively across the table. In the absence of doing this, you will have some difficulties. So these are some skill sets that you may need to master. Are you able to speak to empower others? All of these things play a tremendous role in your ability to command attention. All right. Are you able to speak, to connect with your ideal clients, where you're able to truly motivate them to move in a direction that serves their interests and the interests of the company? So today we cover a number of important techniques that you want to learn, apply, and master when it comes to the sales communication process. Today we looked at the very first concept under the sales process, which is how to command attention. I'm going to quickly go through them as I summarize today's program. In terms of how to command attention, we talk about one, you need to be a subject matter expert. Two, we talk about the need for you to be market oriented and market sensitive. We also speak to the fact that you need to be intentional. The ability to command attention is not accidental, it is intentional. To be intentional, we spoke about that. We talk about the importance of you being self-aware, self-confidence, and being able to apply yourself with mastery. Then we said this is not enough. You also need to position yourself to be an influencer, to be someone who can speak to inspire, to be someone who could speak to empower, to be someone who can speak and connect with your ideal client. These are all skill sets that is necessary for you to be able to achieve the sales communication objective. Now, and I want to emphasize, in the previous programs, we talked about the pull factors of sales communication and the push factors of sales communication. And I want to do this because of the fact that one may want to come up with the argument that in the push factors of sales, you do not need to be a perfectionist. But the question I want to pose to you is that once you rise to the occasion to become a perfectionist in how you communicate your information, how much stronger impact would that have on your ability to sell? So we looked at a very superior approach in preparing your sales team to get out there and interface with the final consumer, with the ideal client, in a manner that ensures that they are able to achieve impact and desired results. Our aim is to ensure that the techniques and systems that we are providing to you enables you to build confidence, trust, and credibility in the shortest period of time that allows your business to cash flow maximize. These systems are systems that we're using with companies in the UK, Australia, Canada, and the United States of America. And we are here in 2023 to extend these services to you. Are you making smart investment decisions about how you grow, scale your business, how you impact your target market, and how you position yourself to become perhaps one of the top 100 companies in the world? If you need to know more about sales communication process, I encourage you to reach out to us. You can log on to our website, which is going to come up on the screen now. It's pitchdeck101.org, and navigate our website to see some of what we're doing. And there's a number there. You can use that number to make contact with our office. Remember, at Pitch Deck 101 and at 10X B&M LLC, we provide more than just training. We also help our clients to access capital, debt, equity, credit, creative financing, and hard money lending. We help our clients to understand smart ways to leverage their debt and smarter ways to mitigate that debt process, meaning we show you how to get into debt and how to exit debt, so you're able to reduce the debt costs and maximize the leverage potential of that debt, own your equity debt free, and smile bigger when you're going to the bank. So remember to like, subscribe, and share. Press the bell so you're on always, and you will be notified, the first to be notified when we open these rooms. Be blessed, and remember, it's 2023, and you deserve to make smart investment decisions. See you soon.